And so that renovation, talk a little bit about it. It was your first one. How did you guys do it? How did you kind of fund it? Was it his money? Was it a combination?
Yeah. So the way that we funded this one, it was a 3.5% down FHA loan for the purchase. And although we probably could have came up with the renovation, it was about 10,000 total in renovation. We actually utilized private money from Dylan's uncle, who's also my business partner on some of the deals that I bird. What we did is we brought him in and we said, hey, if you can fund the rehab budget up front, we'll split the house up as far as equity goes. So Dylan and I were 40-40 partners. And then his uncle Bob came in as a 20% partner to help fund that day one rehab. So really, it was a great deal for Dylan and I. We had the security of, if the rehab ran higher, if we needed more private money, we had an option, and someone who was already in real estate, because him and I had already done a deal together, and he was very comfortable with the risk. So it ended up working out great for us because Dylan and I personally only had to bring about $3,000 of our own money to buy an asset that was at the time worth, $125,000. So it was great for us. We were able to come in pretty low money down. The rehab itself, we lived, as you guys have probably heard of, and I've heard you guys talk about, a lot of times when the house hackers move in to a property, you're moving into the unit that's a little bit more beat down. It's not as functional. So we moved in February, and kind of while we were living there, just fixing it up, we installed flooring, all new interior doors, paint, a lot of cosmetic. And then we actually ended up having to replace the furnace not too long after we moved in. But it really transformed the space, and it allowed us to rent it very, very easily as soon as we moved out and went on into our second house hack.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's sort of a entrepreneurial bug, like it's just a
Yeah.
natural instinct. Almost everyone we talk to, all my good friends, like we just somehow know before we, even on our first deal when we have no idea what we're doing.
Right.
Most people just naturally move into the smaller unit, the worst unit, the place
Yeah.
that gets them the most return on their equity.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. And that was kind of the thought process for us. We were like, if we're able to get in, um, you know, get comfortable with being uncomfortable and living in a unit that at the time was not that nice. By the time we moved out, it was a very comfortable home. Modern floor colors, modern wall colors. It just felt really nice to kind of go through the whole transition. You put your head down for 2 or 3 months, get through the rehab, and then you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor for the rest of the time that you're there.